In our top story this hour, taxi organisation Santaco says a taxi fare increase may be on the cards in light of the steep fuel price hike that will take effect on Wednesday. Santaco's president, Philip Taibos, says the national executive will meet tomorrow to chart a way forward. Last night, the Energy Department announced that the price of petrol would rise to R1.34, diesel will go up by 82 cents and illuminating paraffin by 63 cents a litre. Well, the hike will include the annual fuel and road accident fund levies. The Department of Energy's Robert Marke says among the reasons for this increase are international factors, such as the cost of importing both crude oil and finished products. The weaker rand against the dollar contributed around 28 and 30 cents to the prices, and the higher crude oil prices affected the price of petroleum products. For Gauteng province, the transport cost adjustment is about 5.7 cents per litre, and it will be different for other provinces. Well, taxi organisation Santaco says a taxi fare increase may indeed be on the cards in light of the steep fuel price hike that will take effect on Wednesday already. This in response to the Energy Department, which says the petrol price increase will rise by R1.34, diesel by 82 cents and illuminating paraffin by 63 cents a litre. The department cited a number of factors as causes for the hike, including a weak rand against the dollar and higher oil crude prices on the international market. Well, Santaco's president, Philip Taibos, says the national executive will meet tomorrow to chart a way forward. Well, joining us to unpack this issue a little bit further is Santaco's Gauteng Public Relations Officer, that's Midday Molly. Good afternoon, Midday. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us on a Sunday.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much.
Welcome. I just want to garner your initial response, so the initial response from Santaco on the petrol price hike. It's 2 days away now, and one would think that you will be liaising with regions at this point.
That indeed is true. Firstly, we will be liaising with our regions, 5 regions here in Gauteng. That is Johannesburg, Tshwane, Ekurhuleni, Western Gauteng, and Midday. Now, we have to have a meeting with the regions whereby now we are going to evaluate how far can we go in terms of the fare increase. But remember last time we took a punch as an industry here in Gauteng to say we are not going to increase simply because we are considerate in the economy of here in Gauteng that is not doing well. Also, our commuters that we are faring from point A to point B is the poor of the poorest. We also look into the unemployment rate here in Gauteng. It also affects our business as well. Now, when we have to increase, we look into those factors. Also, what is quite key important is not all about the petrol increase. We are affected with some other factors, that is the spares. Obviously, when the petrol increases, they will go higher. Our insurances will go up as well. Also, you need the maintenance of the vehicles eventually goes high. When you need the parts also, there will be a certain percentage included so that they should increase as well.
A lot of consumers say, or people use taxis might say, when there are fuel price increases, their fares go up, but when the petrol price drops, the taxi fares don't.
Well, normally we don't just increase every time when the petrol increases. You can look into our fare increases. It doesn't happen each and every month, like the petrol goes up each and every month mostly. We wait for some time and look into the facts that when we cannot absorb it, we then increase. Even if when we increase, you can put together the past few months prices of the petrol increased. You put them together, we don't even cover up that amount that it has been increased for. Also, I would say, even if the petrol, when it decreases, other factors that affect us in terms of increasing the prices, they don't decrease. Coming to the spares, the maintenance, the prices of the vehicle itself. So I would say, yes, they may have this concern as the commuter, but they need to understand that we don't just increase, we just wake up in the morning and increase. We have to have our own meetings so that we can sit down. Also in the Gauteng, we have a taxi fare index committee that looks into those nitty-gritties. How far can we increase? Can we still absorb the pressure of that fare increase of a petrol?
Do those communities welcome input from taxi users themselves and communities themselves?
They do welcome that, because we sit with them, we show them the scale. Sometimes we may say to them, the petrol has increased for the past 5 months, we did not increase, or for the past 6 months. Some of the routes we do look into. Some of the routes are not lucrative. Some of the routes you can find out that it's not easy for a passenger to take the punch of being the fares increased for them. Yeah.
Well, you're now liaising with the 5 regions you mentioned in Gauteng. The national executive, we've heard of Santaco, is meeting tomorrow. Can you touch a time frame for us? When will consumers know for sure what the price of their taxi fare is going to be? Because they will need to budget going forward, of course.
Yes, eventually, whilst the National Executive Committee is going to meet sometimes tomorrow, it's going to be a process that we can't say is a matter of a week or a month. We can sit down sometimes 2 to 3 months preparing for the fare increase. Remember, we need to give a fair notice to our commuters, say a notice of 21 days to 30 days, that be aware that the fares are going to increase, simply because we are very much mindful that it is going to affect their budget as well. So therefore, we can't just increase during the month or just without giving the commuters information. Now, for coming to the question of the surety, maybe when we can increase, it depends on our negotiations from different regions within here in Gauteng, how fast the region is pushing to meet with the commuter representatives in terms of talking about the fare increase. Yes.
All right, that was Santaco's Midday Mali joining us in studio. Thank you so much for your time on a Sunday at that.
Thank you very much.
All right.